Have you been, Pink? Hey, 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 hey. Mwah. Haven't seen you in a while. You guys have been doing so much over there, but I have been. You go on. I don't know. Sometimes I don't see you often. Are you okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Pink. I guess I'm early tonight, so I see you. Thank you. Thank you for still joining. So love and appreciate you. I sent one of your books to Great Britain, to England, to my friend Ernestine. So your book is gone global. I sent I got to send her shirts, so I sent her one of your books. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't know why the banner is here. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Are you doing well? Yeah, I have the only one I have left is just the ones that you autograph for me. Um, how is this? These are the only ones. This is what I have left. And I thought the other day that I said maybe I need to get a few more because this was this. I have a couple of friends in Jamaica who I shipped those. I shipped some stuff to them and I sent them theirs. And he says it sleeps on his bed with him. So every night he reads a little motivation, and so it keeps him. So I might have to get a few more ping to give away. Thank you so much. So I have it. It's still here. I still have mine. Right at my fingertips. So it's just I'm just here tonight, and I said today in a couple of days we're back to school, so I wanted to just talk a little bit about trauma, but I guess everybody's working. Oh, my cousin, you're here. Thank you. Awesome, Pink Motivation, another publisher. Beautiful. Yep, yep. So, Miss Minerva, thank you for joining. Thank you, thank you. I'm here. A couple more days and we're back to school. So, just wanted to talk to us before the new year jumps in. It's the love, Pink. It's the love. I might not see you. I might not see you guys over there. I know you're shopping and doing all those good stuff. Um, but I'm here. I'm here, and I don't forget. Thank you, Minerva, for joining. I think I'm early. I'm so early. Usually I'm like 7, 8 o'clock. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I hope all is well. I hope that you had a great holiday. And as I said, it's not about how many gifts we got, but the blessings that come with it. Um, and we're still here, and that's such a good thing. We're still here. Yes, 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 Pink. It's good to see you popping in. And I know that I mention you guys often to go over and support, and I know that people will go over and support. We also have a new person, Jeff. He does plants. He shows us how to do the ingrafts and all of that. Have to find his channel again. It's Jeff something. I want to give him a shout out. So it's just Jeff Rees. Hey, my sister, you're here. Jeoff, and it's RE''Z. Um, do it yourself. and more. So he has a long thing. So I'm gonna try to see if I can. Hey Terry, thank you for joining. And oops, and more. So he does yeah, so he does planting, how to pollinate plants. So he does a lot of videos on that spectrum. Hey Erin, thank you. Blessings. Thank you so much, Erin. Hope the best. I hope the same for you and family. So I don't know if it says Rees R-E or it's apostrophe Z. Uh, but it's Jeoff Re, and then it looks like it's a lowercase R-E apostrophe C. So it's Jeff dash Re R-E apostrophe, not Z. And it's DIY and more. Something like that. Yeah, so we hope that you guys can go in and support him. I promised that I would give him a shout out. Very supportive, and so each one helps one. Tonight I really wanted to come on to talk about trauma. A lot of times we go through life and things are going on with us and we're not thinking and we don't even realize that something at some point happened in our lives that create this kind of the different situations we go through. So I wanted to just talk about it, but first I have to be giving thanks that we're still here. um I'm seeing your faces still, and I am thankful for that. I'm very grateful. um I don't know of any questions. The channel is still growing. I am grateful for that. I was thinking that this year would have been a new year, maybe just, but it's a new year. But I will continue onward with it, um, finding topics to talk about and just to be here, continuing on the journey. So, any questions, anyone? What's for dinner? How did you spend your holidays? How everything went well? Did you get what you asked for or what you wished for? It went well. Oh, Erin, I need to give you a call to see how things are going um, this week. I don't know. I just we're on break and I just took a break. I just really took a break from everything. I haven't done a lot of calls. I just took a break. So we're getting to go back on Monday and then take it from there. So any questions, anyone? Terry, and how is it going in New York? And Minerva, how is it going? So thank you, Minerva. Minerva ordered shirts. She got her shirts and she's happy. Erin got shirts. Um, so everyone is happy. Terry and Pink, all the way in Texas, Pink. Everything is okay. All right. Terry, are you there? Nothing special to share. I guess I'm early. People usually see me on maybe later than now, but we're here, so we're gonna make the best of it. Gonna do 5 more minutes, and then I'll just talk about what I'm here to talk about, and to okie dokie, okie dokie. I see you. I see you. So we have the different people. We have Mojo Jojo, who is still doing her thing. Um, we want to make sure that we continue to support her. Um, Let me find her for a minute. Hey, she's at work. Yeah. Eugene, thank you for joining. Wow, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Eugene. Beautiful Jamaica. At least you missed it. Okay. At least you missed the snow we had recently. Beautiful. Hey, Christine. Christine, how are you? Good evening, Christine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been a minute. Became a stranger, right? Thank you guys for joining. Thank you so much. So as I was saying, we have Mojo Georgia, and everyone here has already subscribed to her channel. And as I posted in the chat, a new person who I've been watching his program. Um, he does plants where he shows how to engraft things and how to pollinate things, and a nice program, not a long drawn out program, but very short and to the point. He does a lot of creative stuff on his channel. He's up and coming, and so we want to support as much as we can. And it's Jeff something. It's Jeff. I posted it in the chat. So if we can go and support him, just give him, just subscribe. It's not going to hurt us. And to, if he might have something there that grabs our attention, and so we support and we keep going. Everyone knows that Essence of Mercy and Grace is Mojo Jojo. Mojo has been with us for a long time, supporting. And she still needs the support as she grows, little by little, bit by bit. Bev Brown, want to also support her. She has been growing, coming a long way, but she's doing well. Right now, she's handing out packages, sharing what she has to give to those more in need than herself. And I'm so proud of her because she's not rich, she's not working, but she's taking time out to share what she has with those who are less fortunate than herself. So those are great things. Those are great attributes to highlight and to commend. It's not easy. It's tough all around, and so it's good when we can give back a little of the blessings that God has granted unto us. So we have Weedy, he's doing his thing. We have Fire Reed, we have Maurice Kingpin, they're doing their thing, and everyone needs the support and the encouragement, and we can do that by just supporting their channel. Jamaica Life Nice, King Nick, he's doing his thing over there. Just support, encourage, and each one tells one. Yes, we cannot do it alone. Every one of us sitting here, every one of us who will listen to this, know that at some point somebody has to help us, to pull us up by the bootstrings, to pull us up by the back of our necks. However they pulled us up, somebody pulled us up. Somebody gave us a helping hand. And so as we go forth, let's just each of us help the other in the way that we can. Um, I don't know who I'm forgetting, but we know the names that I usually highlight when I come on here, but let's just lift them up. They're doing a good thing, and so we want to make sure that we continue to do that. A kind word, sometimes it's more priceless than even a gift of something. So it's not going to hurt us to do that. So tonight I want to talk about trauma. And, we have our children, and sometimes as we go through, I remember as a single parent that there were times when you raised your voice a decibel or two, and, because you're so overwhelmed, sometimes you look back and you're looking at these children that somebody helped you to create, and now you're left to raise them by yourself. And sometimes you want to be the great person, and you want to show love all the time, but sometimes it honestly become overwhelming. And we cannot be hypocritical, and we cannot say, well, not me, because we're all human beings. And so at some point or the other, we know that we made a lot of sacrifices, but we also have been through a lot that sometimes you stop now and just have to think about it. So with that said, I know that my daughter, the older twins, one time she had a conversation with me because I had gotten so frustrated, and I said, you know what, let me pack you all up and send you to your dad. And you say it because you're figuring, maybe I can't give you what you need, maybe he can. And as this kid got out of college and we were just talking, they were thanking me for all the things that I did for them. They said, Mom, you made so many sacrifices for us. But she reminded me of that day when I said I was going to pack them up and send them to their father. And she said, Mommy, that thing did so much to me. I got so quiet. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to go to him. I wanted to stay with you. So, I'm happy that now they can talk about it, and I'm happy that they have grown up. They went to college, they've done well, and I'm happy that instead of being angry and creating this sense of pity, that they have really strived to do well, because even though I said those things, they know that on the other hand, I did everything I could to support them. So trauma comes, when we talk about trauma, let me just simply tell you that trauma is a response to a deeply distressing or disturbing event that overwhelms an individual's ability to cope. It causes feelings of helplessness. It diminishes your sense of self and the ability to feel a full range of emotions and experiences. And again, these things do not discriminate. They are for all of us. These, as we look at this COVID and see how mental illnesses have just blown up, because we took it for granted for so long, but it's real, and now we see as people are being locked away, and things have changed, how these things are coming full blown. Our children do experience these feelings when you get overwhelmed and you really lash out at them. And so I just wanted to remind us and to just kind of give us a sense of the fact that it is real. So some of the emotional things that happens when our children become traumatized, or even adults, sometimes we're in relationships where our spouses are not the nicest people, and because of that it puts an emotional strain on you. And so some of the things that you go through, instead of getting into arguments or you get quiet, you have this sadness, you become angry sometimes, you have this denial, you have this fear, sometimes you have a sense of shame, you feel like you're not worth much, you feel so different. And then these kind of feelings can lead to nightmares. Sometimes we see our kids jumping up and frightened out of their sleep. And it's some little things that we might not, we just take it for granted that is there bothering them. So then it might also cause insomnia, difficulty with relationships, and emotional outburst. Sometimes the way we are grown, right? We're taught that it's all about us. We're not, no one teaches us that we must live for others. We can't live for ourselves. There are times when family might tell you, that person is not good enough for you. I don't want to see you talk to them. I don't want to see you. But as children, we need to encourage our kids to make friends, and it's okay if you have to know that if you're talking to someone, they're not doing the right things, you can move away. But when you don't encourage kids to have friendships and form good friendships and learn to love and respect and appreciate others, they grow up with this sense of they grow up with bad behaviors, because then they start putting people down and they think people are not good enough, and they start displaying these behaviors that we teach them. Sometimes because of how we were raised, we have difficulties in relationships as we get older, because love is something that should be open. It should be easy to say, I love you, I appreciate you, I thank you. It should be easy to hug someone. But when you're grown up, and if you touch somebody, it's a bad thing. And sometimes even in our churches, they make these emotion and these feelings of good feelings look like something that is so horrible. And so you grow up with this sense of, afraid to express love in a nice way. So when we go through traumatic experiences, it can really put a damper on our relationships. You know, you can have good open conversations. We start feeling like everything is coming at you instead of people talking with you. So some emotional outbursts, sometimes some simple things, and people just get frustrated and throw things and break things and just scream for no reason, when a dialogue would have been nicer if we say, look, that didn't feel right when you say this or do that. But when you go through trauma and it builds up and it builds up, and no one is there to guide you and to help you, then these things, when it comes up, it blows up in a bad way. So some of the symptoms we might experience as we go through these traumatic experiences. Sometimes, again, altered sleep patterns, changes in your appetite, a lot of headaches that you can't even explain. You just have these headaches because it's stress, and gastrointestinal problems. When kids come to school, one of the first things that they like to ask, when they every time they want to go to the bathroom, they want to go, or they complain for their stomach aches. One of the things that the social worker says is that once you hear them, refer them, send the kid to them, because a lot of times these pains are not real pains, but when the kids go through trauma, they use that as an excuse to get away. So let us remember these little pointers. Hey, Lati, good to see you. Hi. Let us remember these pointers as we go through. It's a new year coming. We have faced a lot, but we're here. We're still giving thanks. And as we go today, I just wanted to talk about trauma. And again, everything is there. This is what are common reactions to trauma and common emotional and behavior responses to trauma. And this is just some of them. Is denial. Sometimes we're going through things and we deny it. We don't want to say, this is bothering me. Because people feel ashamed if they feel like they have something mentally going on, mentally wrong. They feel that, I don't want people to know I'm this way, I'm that way, But it's good to really talk about your feelings. Confusion, anger, a lot of fear, a lot of guilt, a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression. And these are not good things, A lot of flashbacks to the events that create the problems for you. For us, difficulty concentrating. A lot of kids come in, they can't sit and concentrate for anything. And if you should really just follow up, and the social workers will get out and visit homes when we see these things, we refer the kids to them. And true, a lot of things are going on at home that prevents these children from focusing when they come to school. You just think of a kid who is not sure if there will be dinner tonight when he gets home. He can't sit and learn. He's wondering. He's wondering, is there going to be another fight when I get home? What's going to happen when I get home? Parents are drinking, they're getting high, the kids are just there. And so a lot of kids are coming in with so much fear and so much insecurities and so much uncertainties, so that it is tough for them to sit and learn. Um, you also have kids who come in, they withdraw from friends and families. You have some kids, they go home, they drop their book bags, they might say, how to do, and they're locked in a room, and nobody is there to go in and say, hey, buddy, how is it going? How was your day? So they just get to lock away, and that becomes a norm for them. Um, but as we get ready, and as I said, these reactions, when traumatic behaviors, when trauma happens, it doesn't discriminate. It's not because you're rich you go through traumatic experience, or it's only for poor people. Trauma happens to anyone and everyone. It's a mental, it's part of the mental sickness umbrella, and so we have to be careful. We have children, we have grandchildren. Let's make sure they're talking. Find things to ask them. Make sure they're responding. And don't sometimes just say, hey, John, how are you? Fine. And we leave it at that. No. Let them learn to speak to you. Ask questions that they have to have a conversation. And don't let them give you a one word and run away. Talk to them. Empower them with good words. And I'm so proud of you. I heard that so and so. Look at you, you're growing up, and find conversation with these children so they can speak. They have the words in their mouths. Let them speak them. So common physical responses to trauma. Again, we talk about insomnia or disrupted sleep. We talk about fatigue. We talk about muscle tensions, a lot of headaches. Some kids feel chest pains. And then you have the chronic unexplained pain or health challenges. So a lot of kids, they come in and, oh, they're hurting, oh, my stomach hurt, they're hurting, but when they go in, there's nothing to connect that pain to anything. So again, we have to get our children understand that these things happen. Life is what it is. It is what it is. But we do not have to make it remain as what it is. Let us try, whatever situations are, and whatever the role we're playing in our children's lives, please make sure that we're getting them to open up and to speak. And if it is us as parents who have done something, then let us talk to the kid and explain to them why it happened, and apologize. It's not just children who need to apologize, but we as adults too can learn to say, you know what, I didn't know it hurt so badly. I didn't understand it. Now I understand, we can move on from there. Let them know you love them. Use the words. Don't let them feel like these words are bad words. Use the words so that they can use it too and see that it's normal and it's helpful and it is good. So let us remember to we are their role models, and whether we're aunties or uncles or whatever we are, mothers, grandmothers, please let us help them to be mentally stable. Let us keep them centered. Let us know how important they are to us. And if it's even once per week, touch bases with them. Let them tell you how their days are going. Let them know something is going on with them, that they can talk to you. Make it so that you are approachable. So they'll want to come and say, this happened and I don't understand. Can you help me? So please teach them. If you teach them, they'll learn. And if they learn it, believe me, they will pass it on. So let us be their teachers. Let us be their everything, because they need it. We all need it. When we talk, find friends that you can just talk openly to. Just talk about everything and anything. A lot of problems we face is because we hold some things in because we feel people are going to say something. You don't care. As long as you release the stress from your body, it's what you want. You must can find people you can just talk openly to about everything and anything, laugh about things. Just talk. Because when you do that, it relieves some of the burdens that you're carrying. So sometimes laugh at yourselves. Find something to just, my God, look at what I did, or look, I said this, I'm so, laugh at yourself, but make sure that you're not holding things in, and then it becomes a big blow up in the end. A lot of times we go to doctors, doctor, I'm hurting, doctor, this, and they can't find anything wrong. What is it? Just a matter of stress. You sit there and you feel like, I don't want people to know my business. I don't want people to say this. I don't want people to. People are going through the same things you're going through. So if you are saying, if I say, Terrian, girl, listen, we got to talk. Terrian, sometimes when Terrian share her experiences, they're very similar to mine, and we just laugh out loudly. And it doesn't matter that Terrian is so many years younger than myself. I just talk. I just talk. And it's amazing the things that, I would say to her, and she would say, sis, so and so and so. And we just talk openly about everything and anything. Because what is it? It makes me feel good. It takes away the stress. It takes away what I would think is shameful. It's not shameful. She's going through the same thing. So, people, as the new year comes, I'm begging us to find ways to release stress, to help our family members or friends to deal with the traumatic experiences that they have gone through. No man is an island. No man is an island, and we all need each other. And so, please be there for someone. Please be there for someone. Because I know when I reach out, I know there will be someone there for me. And so I'm asking you to be there for someone else too. So that's what we had to talk. Yeah. Oops. We got to learn to do that, Terrian. We have to learn. Thank you. Arise and shine with mommy. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. PX Cam. Hi. Shauna K, thank you for joining. Thank you, my student. And thanks to all of those who Latif, I read. Blessings to you. And all of you who came in today. I know I came in a little early, but I just sat here and I thought I wanted to just come and say hello. The new year is coming, it's a lot of new things. But you know what? With everything that's going on, we're here, and that's a good thing. So we continue to be hopeful and thankful and move forward in faith, understanding that each day is a new day, and we just have to be thankful. Any questions? Hi, Lati, how are things going? Right. That is true, Terrian. That is true. If we open the door for them, and a lot of times hey, how are you? Fine. And we just gone. We don't even stop to say, fine. What do you mean, fine? Tell me, what makes you fine? If we continue the conversation, let them talk. Let them tell you what is fine about it. How is your day? Good. And they're done. No. What was good about it? Tell me. Don't say good. I don't know what good means for you. Explain it to me. And so that they can speak up, and they have so much to offer. But if we're not talking to them, then they shut down. And when they come to school, and they're not comfortable to speak up and speak out. So let us pull the words out of them so they can speak. I think Latoya left. Okay. But I thank you guys for joining. Well, thank you for observing my hat. I need to get my hair done. So I took my hair out and the lady couldn't do it the time when I was supposed to. So I end up with my hat. Yeah, thank you. But that's how it is, people. Mental health is real, and mental sickness is it's real. It is so real, and we are now noticing it. But it has been there. It's just that we have not put any emphasis on it. We just downplay it, and now because it is so rampant now that so many people are going through so much because of this that people are now saying. Um, are not paying attention to it, but it is real. And it's not just adults, but their children too. And a lot of what the kids go through is what the adults spit out in front of them and around them and in their presence. As I said, walls are thin. And sometimes parents are saying things and they're not aware that kids are hearing them. And it traumatizes them when they are going through harsh situations and they have to hear it or have to deal with it also. So I'm just saying, let us help our children to be strong people. Let us help them to 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 give them the foundations they need so that they can be good stalwarts in society, that they can give back to society in a good way. So I guess that's that. If are there any questions for me, you guys know that I'm long-winded and I can talk 38 minutes. Well, from what I it didn't tell. You know what? I tend to. I don't know, because today in today's society, girls have. I think I think it's hard for girls. I don't know. I really don't know. Um, Adults, I think they think children is harder, Terrian. I'm glad you break it down to that, because I know girls develop faster than boys, so I don't know if for them traumatic experiences. I think hurt is hurt, and I don't know. I really can't answer that one. That's a stumper. Because trauma is trauma. When people say negative things to you, whether you're a man or a woman, I think it does hurt, and it does make you, it does belittle you and make you feel like you are not important. So I don't know. Adults probably can bounce back quickly, but I don't know. Because you'd want to think that an adult who somebody says something horrible to, that they can walk away and shake it off because they're independent and they don't have to stick around with you. But with the child who is dependent on you, who every day has to consistently hear the put downs and the arguments and the anger being spewed every day because they have to be in it, I think that would take it to make it harder. But for an adult who can walk away, who can, even if it's in a marriage, and you can say, you know what, I'm going to church tonight. So at least it takes away some of the hurt. Or you can say, I'm going to my mother, I'm not even going to stay in here tonight. But a child who has no escape, I don't know, probably that's harder for them. Yes, and that's true, fiery. Stress will definitely kill you. A lot of times you go to doctors and doctors can tell you what's wrong with you. You darn best know that it is stress. So if you are sitting there, and that's why I said just learn to talk to people. Don't be ashamed and feel like them going to go and tell them I got to talk my business. There's no business to talk. Things that you go through, You're not the only one, I guarantee you, who is going through it. There's always others who are going through it. So don't ever sit there and think that, oh, when I tell nobody nothing because they're going to talk about it. No, you open your mouth and speak to someone. And sometimes what they say to you, you start thinking, my God, I didn't ever think of that. And it makes a huge difference for you. So talk to someone. Don't be ashamed. Don't let stress kill you. You know, talk to people. And as long as they're willing to listen to you, just talk. Don't let your status or your, some people, they feel like they're in this status thing and they feel like, oh, no, stop it. Get rid of that and be human. That's all you have to be. Be human and reach out and speak. AG. Oh boy. Oh, blessings, my sister. Blessings, blessings. Yeah, my hair needs to be done, AG. I had to put the hat on. So it's what it is. Well, the holiday was interesting, Fiery. Thanks for asking. Some interesting things happened over the holidays. So it was no Merry Christmas, and I think as I got older too, I haven't. It's a good thing I have conditioned myself to not get caught up in the flashy things. We did put up a tree, it's still up, but we didn't get caught up with the things. So some things went on. Okay, AG, thanks for dropping in. Some things didn't have Chris and Sheree and the baby, but we made it because we still had a lot to be thankful for. So thanks for asking. And the new year is coming, and we'll ring in the new year without them, but it's okay because I talk to them and they're getting back to where they need to be. So thank you. All right, it's the music. I guess the music is in my head. One love, AG, one love. Bye-bye. Thank you. It's true, Terry, and you know that is true. Sometimes you sit down and you feel so down, and you know what? A phone call to somebody, and all of a sudden your whole dynamic, your body, everything just changes. I remember when the pandemic when it just started, and I was here alone. Like I was just here, and you're getting all the different news, and I was, you didn't know what to understand because everybody was saying something different, and it was so confusing. And I'm in the house, and believe me, I was feeling sick. I felt like I was feeling sick, and until I said, "But I have a backyard. Why am I not? Am I not allowed to go out in my backyard?" And then when I start going in the backyard and just start walking back and forth, all of a sudden the sunlight, the fresh air, everything started giving me a new release on life. It was like I was just in here dying slowly. But once I get out there and I'm talking to the kids now, they didn't understand it either because we're just listening to the news and so much news and so much death and dying, and you don't know when it's gonna come get you. And it was tough. And so the stress was not good. But once I started going on, so I would go on the back porch and I would just stand and get the sunlight, and it was just a different feeling. So stress it's a silent killer because it sits there and it eats down your whole being, and you just feel like you just wilt away. So we need to get that laughing and laugh at yourself and read something funny and share something and call somebody, and even for me who will talk forever, just call somebody who will put up with listening to you, and but just do it because it helps. AG went back to work. So that's it, my family. That's it. I must thank you all because of your your love and your support. And as I always say to you, I totally appreciate you. I appreciate all of you who became members and are still members. I appreciate all of you who watch the videos and like the videos and just I shared with you one video where we are. I started out. I'm not a professional, and I just drop a video, and it's just what it is, and just me. And I thank you guys for watching and liking and leaving your comments. I love the comments, and I respond to them, and it's a good thing. And so sometimes I feel like, okay, maybe, but then again, you look again and you say, no, let me jump in here and talk to us. So I'm hoping everyone is having a great day, and just make sure as the new year comes in that you don't make resolutions that are unrealistic. Remember, 1 pound at a time. If you need to get on your weight loss journey and join me with the movement, 1 pound at a time, and you'll see how things will change for you and how you'll feel good again, and just keep going a little at a time. So make your changes, but don't make unrealistic changes that you start and then next week you're off it. Just take it 1 pound at a time. Dance a lot. Just dance. Put your music on and just dance and feel good about it without the stress. So you can do it. You can lose weight without stress. You can do it. And so don't make unrealistic goals. Make goals that are attainable and that will give you joy, and that you will see good results. So with that said, I guess all right, so when you're on this thing, you don't know right from left. But with that said, I think I'm going to say good night. No more questions. All right, my people, my friends, my family, please go on out and be the best you can be. Remember, the heights of great men reached and kept were not attained by a sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward through the night. So just know that people who have made it in life, I tell the students at school that you can look at them. When you're sleeping there, they're working hard. Some of them get 2 hours of sleep, they jump up and they're building and they're creating and they're working hard. And so when they reach to the top, when they get to make their goals become, they reach their goals, it wasn't because, they didn't do much, but because they worked hard to get there. And before I go, I'm not going to read a Louise Bennett thing because I think the one that I wanted to do is a long, long, long one about New Year. Is it New Year? But I wanted to tell you an Anansi story. So just before I go, so this is this is it, right? Anansi, when I was doing my graduate studies, I remember we had to buy this book. It's a storytelling book. It's a what is it? It's a folklore, favorite folk tales from around the world. So we had to Onward and Upward Pumpkin. We had to read. We had to go through this, and part of our assessment was that we had to tell stories. So the story that I chose was an Anansi story Anansi comes out of Africa and all of that, and our four parents in Jamaica. So Louise Bennett also did her Anansi stories. So once upon a time in this town where Anansi and the others lived, they came up with a law that says nobody should say the number 7 anymore. If somebody says the number 7, they were going to drop dead. So people tried to avoid saying the number 7, And when Anansi came around, Anansi figured, how can I make this work for me? So Anansi went out and he planted 7 banks of yam. He digged 7 holes and planted 7 banks of yam, right? So Anansi, he knows that if somebody says 7, they're going to drop dead. So I'm going to be able to feed him and his family. So Anansi set out and him go out and him sit on the bank, 1 bank of yam. And when him see people passing by, like him see Brother Dog come by and him said, Brother Dog, I'm not so smart. And I'm trying to count these yam banks, but I can't seem to count them. So he said, can you count them for me? And Dog jump up and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then said 7 and drop dead. Nancy pull him, take him home, feed him family and himself, right? And him keep doing that until one day, Brother Monkey up in the chair watch him and see what's happening. So Monkey come down and said, hi, brother. And then say, what happening, brother? And I said, I'm trying, I have these yam hills and I'm not so smart. And I want to know how many yam hills I have. So he said, can you count them for me? So Brother Monkey said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the one you're sitting on. Brother Nancy said, no, so you count, man. Count how much yam hill. Him do it again, and him said, don't say 7. Him said, the one you're sitting on. So Nancy started getting angry. Him said, count the yam hill, man. Then count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the one you're sitting on. And Nancy said, him said, but if me don't know if I count, you counted what me see. Him said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then Nancy dropped dead. So Brother Monkey pull a Nancy and carry him home to feed me and then eat him. So that was just a story that gave me I think I got an A for that because they said I had a storyteller's voice. I don't know. You tell me in the comments. So we need to bring back storytelling. When we were kids, we used to have so many stories to tell. So many stories. And then people don't tell stories anymore. People just get so busy. People get so busy that they're not willing to, they don't tell stories like before. But we need to still have the kids come together and tell the double story, them and tell all the different stories. And so that the kids can keep that tradition going. So with that said, I'm going to say good night, my good people. Take good care of yourselves. If you can't be good, be careful. But just walk good out there. Just walk good. Blessings indeed. Blessings indeed, Ariane. Thank you. Thanks, Letty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Minerva. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the one you're sitting on. Not saying 7 because I'm saying that Nancy and Janelle. Nancy always I try for Janelle somebody. Okay, Terrian. Very good. Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. Happy and blessed. I want all of you to receive your blessings, your full share of blessings. Doesn't matter how big or how small, but count the little ones too because they add up. Just remember, in all things, give thanks. Find a way to find something to be thankful for because God loves a thankful heart. All right, so take care, be good, and all the best. Bye, everybody. Bye.